I'm Dashanya Ganesan, the first presenter. We are from Team Eagles. Today we are going to discuss about the great IT horror story. Throughout this video, we are going to explain you the background of story, the problem arises, and what could have been done to avoid this catastrophe. These people are the main character of this story. In 1960, Craven Books was founded and evolved in the marketplace. Craven Books was well known for its books and magazines. As their market share increased, Craven became more busy and tiring with their old system. So the general manager insisted to change the old system. Later, the IT manager hired a system consultant to develop a fully integrated new system. The system does not work as they expected. Things went upside down to the point it demolished the reputation that built ever since. Because of this system, employees of Craven Books lost their jobs and customers was unsatisfied with the services. Over to next presenter.
Hi, my name is Lim Han Wei and I'm the second presenter. It is fair to say that one of the major problems of Craven Books is, although there is planning, the planning only involves top-level management such as Claire Burrows, the general manager, and Tony Grain, the ex-IT manager. This indicates that key personnel such as operational level employees and Peter Craven himself are not involved in the planning process. And as a result, the planning becomes incomplete as the final system will require multiple modifications as it contains multiple errors. Therefore, the only solution that we are going to propose is to have Craven Books to involve all levels of employees in their planning, as they will identify any potential issues regarding the overall system, since they will be using the system on a daily basis. A prime example of this is the employees would have given valuable insight regarding the magazines that have been kept for a long time would eventually dry out. Therefore, the weighing system is no longer effective and they should have changed it beforehand. This could have easily prevented issues such as wrong orders and wrong restocks. Craven Books could also hire a supervisor at an operational level just to gather and compile all of the valuable insights of the employees and pass this information even faster to the top management for them to make decisions. Furthermore, employees are not only the ones who should be involved. Another person who should be involved is Peter Craven himself. His presence alone will give motivation to all of the employees, as they will feel accountable and responsible to ensure that participation is mandatory, as they would not want to disappoint Peter Craven, as Craven Books is his bread and butter, something he has built for a long time and is built from scratch. So they will not want to let it fail just because of a simple ignorance. I think that is all for the first major problem, and I'll pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Divya and I'm the third presenter for today. So the problem that has been identified based on the case of Craven Book is not having an effective communication between the stakeholder of Craven Books and the software consultant. This ineffective communication in Craven Books leads to many misunderstandings among the employees being completely unaware of their roles and responsibilities, which makes it even more difficult for the employees to perform their job correctly. Besides, having an unnecessary conflicts and high level of stress due to lack of communication causes the employees to feel like they have been blindsided and can no longer feel safe and secure in their jobs, which tends to make some employees to leave their job as they feel, why would they even commit to a company that they cannot rely on? So, as a solution to this, it is very important to execute a proper platform to meet the user's needs and to also allow the company to keep track on the interactions. Therefore, Craven Books will need to encourage the involvement of all the employees on the new system implementation by attending the weekly meeting held by the management. When a two-way communication happens, this will not only give the employees a clearer vision on what they should do, instead, the employees will be more productive and engaged toward their work. Moreover, in order for Craven Books to run well using this new system, all the employees should be well trained on the usage of the system. When the person who is well versed in the usage of a new system guides the employees on how to use it, they will have a better understanding on the new system. Having said that, when they are being guided in the right way, it tends to increase the employees' commitment towards Craven Books, which in turn increases their job satisfaction as well. Other than that, management of Craven Books should simply and strongly practice the habit of seeking out feedback from the employees and to take action based on their responses. The key to a successful organizational development is by receiving as many feedbacks as possible, as it can have a big impact on the internal communication plan. To sum this up, having an effective communication among the stakeholders of Craven Books is one of the main foundations to a successful and transparent organizational culture. That is all from me. I'll pass it to the next presenter. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Danish and I will be the fourth presenter. The third problem that we think to be one of the reasons why Craven Book is highly impacted is Craven Book does not have a clear and proper objective for the intended system. We believe that this is due to the management being indecisive on how their system should be. The solution that would be the best for this problem is for Craven Book to issue a request for proposal, or in short is RFP. So RFP is an open request for bids that a company issues to bidders in order to complete a new project. By issuing RFP, Craven Books can describe its project, goals, bidding process, contract terms, so that bidders are aware of it when they are submitting their proposal. So this will help Craven Books to get the system with lower costs, better insights and more alternatives, and also they can evaluate the bidders. Second solution to this problem is that Craven Book can use the system development lifecycle as a guidance in implementing their system. So System Development Lifecycle, or SDLC, gives a real structure and framework to determine the steps and phases involved in developing a system. The phases include planning, system analysis, system design, system implementation, system testing and integration, and also system maintenance. So with SDLC, Craven Books will improve their understanding of their system. The third solution is that Craven Books really need to have a proper documentation in every meeting or their discussion, especially regarding acquiring a new system for their company. So with a proper documentation, Craven Books can eliminate misunderstanding and also confusion. It will also help the company internally when it comes to legal matters, audit, and other things that are important for the company to refer to. So that's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Yasmin and I will be the last presenter. So the last problem that we found based on the case of Craven Books is there is no appropriate testing and implementation phase being done. This problem leads towards difficulties for Craven Books as they have no room to improve the new system due to system failure. As a solution, proper planning should be done towards the testing and implementation phase of the new integrated system by applying SDLC, which focuses on stage 1, the system analysis stage, and stage 4, the implementation and conversion. In stage 1, Craven Books should perform an initial investigation and do a feasibility study on the new system that they would like to implement. Also, they can decide on the early go, no-go decision, which is made up to 3 times, and it simplifies that Craven Books should proceed to one step at a time instead of directly changing the whole system, which will cause a bad effect towards their business. Other than that, the case also shows us that Craven Books use a direct conversion method where they directly terminate their old system to a new one without any proper implementation process. To solve this, Craven Books can implement the stage 4 of SDLC where they can confidently terminate their old system once the processing procedures are being tested. If it is not being tested well, they need to make an amendment until it is good to go. Another solution for Craven Books is to request a prototype from the consultant, which is John Mentor. A prototype is known as a system design approach in which a simplified working model of a system is being developed. With this prototype, Craven Books is able to have a clearer picture of the new system, and at the same time, they can have a faster development time with less risk and less errors. So I think that's all from me, and now I will pass it to the first presenter to conclude our findings. Thank you.
We have come to the end of our video. We can conclude this: both Craven Books and system consultant is responsible for what was happened. What we learned from this is if a company have problems, they need to discuss with their team members first. Perhaps the team members have a better solution for the problem. And the second one is always notify if there is any changes want to make in the company, because the employees are going to be the end users. Last but not least, the company must have a proper documentation to avoid any problem like this later. Thank you for watching our video.